So when you're working out and you're a fighter or you're an athlete on any level and you're focusing on working your body and you're just going through the motions, you got to understand energy systems, VO2 maximums, all of the things when you're talking about active muscle. But when you are at the highest level of any sport, these things are required. And there are only a few people that are truly qualified about taking a body from one place to the next and understanding the actual gauges. All of those things aren't just fly by night. These are metrics that the body produces for you. You can't guess these things. And as we talk about fitness, there are people who want to get in truly shape. And if you're down in South Florida, I'm telling you, the optimal place for your body to get into a condition that you have true experts working on your body. I mean, literally stars, pro athletes, Olympic athletes. We're talking about Johnny O's. If you're ever in Boca Raton, Florida, and you want to go to a gym that's not like an actual gym, this place is an experience. Indoor, outdoor, literally the largest indoor outdoor gym in a place like South Florida. You can't imagine the level of in-depth development these guys take you through. So don't take my word for it. Go over here and visit yourself. When I co-sign on somebody, I'm just not doing it just for the heck of it. These people and the people that work there are tremendous. The ice baths, the recovery systems, understanding nutrition, science, and they work with the best athletes in the world. So this is the thing. If you want to get into optimal shape, it doesn't matter if you have not done anything. When you talk about getting your body back into that kind of shape that you want to be in, to see yourself feeling great, looking great, operating at an optimal level, Johnny O's over in Boca Raton, 2920 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Unit 8. This place will knock your socks off. You can hit them up at 561-430-2299 and let them know that Coach Eric A. Bradley sent you. So long, work time. Go over there, check them out. And like I said before, there are levels to this thing. Make sure you're dealing with the right team. Johnny O's. And that's due to the fact of the mathematics of that equation that you're putting together. So when those guys get in there and they sacrifice and he throws those punches out, when you sitting down in your stance after you ball your feet and claw them to the canvas and drag them, wow. You got to understand the artistry of dragging them. That's in Punch Pad for Pros. Our edition of fighting for guys who are in the pros or transitioning to the pros so they understand how to fight like a prize fighter and not like a boxer. You understand the confines of getting the elbow ligaments and shoulder ligaments developed, the method of dragging that weight, and understand particular specialty punches, hinge punches, understanding the mechanics, all of this stuff when you are around the highest level boxing. Why? Because the guys that you got to break bread with and drink wine with were legends already. When my nose was still wet, I was learning from the greatest brains in boxing. And then having Oliver McCall come down here with all of the Custody model stuff to throw everything on top of that. Man, entertainment value, brother. When you talk about entertainment value, you better know how to look at this game because it's over before you know it. One day, he was a fresh new kid fighting Klitschko. The next day, we're talking about
for it. Yeah. Yeah. God. You didn't take a knee. You didn't say to Ben Davison, "Mate, I've had enough in here." You didn't let the ref count you to 10. You got up probably when you couldn't get up and you still tried to win. So in a way, I would rather he just survived.
but he chose not to. So y'all talk about that entertainment value stuff and you talk about, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But man, when you get into the pros, you working with amateurs right now and you think, you know, this thing is about, okay, yeah, I'm working with these amateurs, then we're going to go pro. Like, man, there's a transitional time and it takes years And if you don't know if you don't have a system in place, you got Arislander Laura, who been fighting for 15 years. He's just learning how to punch like a prize fighter. He's fortunate to have gotten an understanding that he could actually punch, because he thought he could punch, but nah, he can't just punch, man. You got to understand. You got to understand this game is more than just throwing shots. And no, man, it's a transitional time. That's why we built a system, a program just for pro and amateur. This is what you need. This is being under the greatest boxing minds. This is what it causes you to do. Y'all talking about, boxing. Man, I wrote this. There was just a handful of them that was on my desk because I was doing some work. You don't understand how much boxing you got to know to get to the highest level. But I made sure that there's an encyclopedia for you and content to watch to learn it the same way. You can't just go into boxing. I wouldn't have done all that work if it won't required or necessary. Man, you must be out of your mind. I just don't like working. But you got to have the understanding of what you need to do. Who's going to tell you all of that? And if they do, how you going to retain it all? So that's why these guys are getting into these matches and they losing, because they don't know what the hell they're doing, and it's causing them victory. You get what I'm saying? That's why we created a school. That's why we created a pro-am boxing program.
Calling all fight fans. Ever dreamed of shaping the future of boxing? Starting your own pro-am boxing program is easier than ever. Your ticket to the big leagues. Imagine hosting epic events, building a community, and creating a boxing mecca in your hometown. Discover and mold the next generation of champions. This is about leaving a legacy and changing lives. Whether you're a former fighter, a fan, or an entrepreneur, this is your chance to step into the ring of opportunity. Don't let this moment slip away. Make your mark on the boxing world and turn your town into a powerhouse of pugilistic talent. Bells ringing. Are you ready?
Because you got to know what the hell you're doing, because it's coming.